Well, now I'm glad that we're all gathered around today. I'm happy to see you because I want to tell you a story, something that I think you're going to enjoy a lot. First, I want to ask you a question. Does anybody here know what the word freedom means? Yes.
Freedom is like if you're locked in something and then somebody comes to save you out of there.
Yes. The story that I want to tell you is about a man who was a slave. And a slave is a person who doesn't have his freedom. But this man was really determined. This story is called The Journey of Henry Box Brown. The sun came up one fine, clear day, and a little blue bird set off to play. She flapped her wings hard, heading up to the sky, knowing the clouds were the best place to fly. She spread her wings way open wide, and then she just let herself glide, glide, glide. Way down below, a wagon rolled by. Bird thought she'd race. It was worth a try. She tucked back her wings and dove to its side, then flapped her wings fast. "I'll beat you," she cried. Very soon, Bird found she was in the lead. "Wow, I must be flying at a terrific speed." She gained on it some, and then more, and soon she didn't know what she was going fast for. The wagon barely moved, was going slow at best. It was no fun for Bird, so she decided to rest. No wonder this wagon is going so slow. It's carrying a box much too heavy to tow. I wonder what's in there and where it is bound. Then from inside she heard a sound. What was that, wondered Bird, so she leaned in some more. This time the box shook and Bird fell on the floor. There's something strange inside this box. It makes funny noise and teeters and rocks. So Bird stuck her beak deep inside to see, and two large eyes looked back. Bird screamed, "Eek!" From inside the box, a man's voice then spoke. He too sounded startled, as if he'd just woke. "Don't be frightened. Please, don't fly away. I'm Henry, and this is my box. Please stay." "A man in a box?" asked Bird. "But why?" "'Cause I need to be free just like you need to fly. I climbed in this box and have hidden inside disguised as a package, just taking a ride. I'm heading north where no man's bought or sold. You see, freedom's more precious than gold." "What is this freedom you continue to tout?" Bird said. "I don't see what the hubbub's about." "Freedom," said Henry, "is the very best thing." "Maybe," said Bird, "unless you have wings. I flap my wings hard and then head up high. Up in the clouds is the best place to fly. Then I spread my wings way open wide, falling through the sky where I glide, glide, glide." "Yes, flying," said Bird, "is the thing that's the best. I fly all the day, never wanting to rest." I see what you mean. Flying sounds like fun. Reminds me of when I was small, wanting to run. But when you're a slave, those things aren't okay. I'm one slave of many who has run away. I'd run away too if I couldn't fly. Yes, freedom's the best, and I can see why. The wagon then stopped at a boat Washington bound. Shh, said Henry. Don't make a sound. Just then, two men lifted the box from the cart, but an officer stopped them holding a chart. You two go and put that box over there. I'll have to look inside before it goes anywhere. Oh, no, whispered Bird. Just what will you do? I have an idea, but I'll need help from you. Henry whispered a plan for his new friend to hear, then waited for the two men to bring themselves near. Dear sir, Henry called to the man on one side, to make it to freedom, on this boat I must ride. The man stumbled backwards, almost dropped the crate, but regained his composure and turned towards the gate. Little Bird flew around, creating a stir. Shoo, said the officer, waving at her. Then she flew up, and when he looked up high, Little Bird nailed him right then in the eye. One man tapped the other, and together they ran on through to the boat, past the eyes of the man. But in their haste to help Henry Brown, they accidentally flipped the box upside down. We must go, said the two men, and quickly they fled. But poor Henry had been left to lie on his head. Poor Henry, said Bird. Are you hurt? I can't see. I'm fine, my dear friend, and soon I'll be free. Nearby, round the box just off to the side, sat a tiny gray mouse who was trying to hide. He'd heard the two talking, but only Bird did he see. Bird, who do you speak to? And what is this free? My friend's name is Henry, and he is a slave. But north he'll find freedom. See, Mouse, he's brave. I'm here in the box, disguised as the mail. I've a long ways to travel, but I don't think I'll fail. But what is this free? I still don't understand. And what is a slave? Isn't he still a man? Tell me, said Henry, what do you like best? To nibble on cheese squares? To dance or to rest? The thing that I like more than any other surely is playing with my new baby brother. Well, you see there, Mouse, I once had a wife and two little boys, a real family life. But I came home after working one day to find that my family had been sold away. Sold away? Can they do that? Can they sell a man? Oh yes, little mouse. When you're a slave, they can. The mouse began weeping. The bird, she cried too. Oh, it's okay, little friends. I'll soon be free as you. Then the box rocked as though they'd run ashore, and the lights went out. Henry could see no more. See, just at that moment, a fat man had come and sat on the box with his big, wide bum. He laid out a sandwich the size of a house. Bird had an idea, and she whispered to Mouse. Poor Henry was hungry, and on top of it all, he was running out of air, and he couldn't call. So Mouse began screeching as loud as he could, and the big man jumped higher than a kangaroo would. He waved his hands high. "It's a mouse!" he cried. Then he fell against the box, knocking it on its right side. The sandwich went flying, and chaos ensued. Finally, the man left in search of more food. "That's better," whispered Henry, who was now on his seat. "Better yet," said Mouse. Here's something to eat." Washington! Yelled a sailor, and the boat, it did dock. The three were now quiet. They didn't dare talk. Next, on a wagon on the way to the train, a big cloud broke open and it started to rain. The rain came down hard, making Bird and Mouse wet. Henry said, "Please, come in. We'll make room for you yet." But Bird cried, "I think I'm too big." "Here, squeeze through this air hole I made with a twig." Bird squeezed inside, and they all huddled near. The rain banged and banged. But something else they did hear. A cricket singing loud as he could, and his song was quite loud in that box made of wood. "Oh dear, Mr. Cricket, must you make that sound?" "Why, yes, singing loud is what's best, I have found." Henry said, "As a slave, you must sing quietly. No man can sing loud unless he is free." "That's nonsense you tell me. That cannot be true." "Believe me," said Mouse, "it was news to me too." "It's joyless," said Henry, "to never be free. But the loudest one singing soon will be me." Onward the wagon rode down the street. The cricket sang, and the mouse tapped his feet. Henry Brown clapped, and Bird too chirped a song, and the hooves of the horse kept clopping along. Soon it was morning, and gone was the rain. The wagon with the box pulled up to the train, and once more they were loaded on, ready to go. Far in the distance, they saw a rainbow. "That's lucky," said Cricket, "that rainbow you see. But no one right now is as lucky as me." They all turned round to see who'd said that. And grinning and staring was a very large cat. A bird and a cricket and a plump little mouse. I've no trouble waiting for you to leave your big house. I'll have one for breakfast, another for lunch, and I'll save the little cricket for a nice tasty munch. "See here," Henry said, "you leave my friends be. They've no quarrel with you. They're riding with me." A man in that box? A man in there too? But why not with the others? Just what's wrong with you? Mouse said, "Henry once had his own family, but he couldn't keep them because he wasn't free." Cricket said, "Henry sings, but hush, he must stay. When you're not free, it's just that way." Bird said, "So he's shut himself up in this box, and when it is open, out a free man he walks." Free? Just what does that mean? The cat listened closely, but continued to preen. "I'll ask you," said Henry, "just what you like best." "That's easy," said Cat. "I like a nice rest. I'll snooze all morning and lounge clear past noon, looking good while I do it. I'm due to nap soon." "Sleeping is good," Henry said with a smile, "and when I'm free, I'll rest a good while." "Can't sleep when you want," the cat said with a frown. "No napping at all. No, you cannot lie down." "Well, I think that is awful. So what else will you do? You know, when you're a free man. Have you a clue?" "Well, I know I will nap, and I know I'll sing loud. I'll run very fast and jump high, touch a cloud." "But what else?" they all asked. "What is it to be free?" "I don't think I know, but soon I will see. I was born into slavery. It's all that I know. What it means to be free, the future will show. Woo-woo, went the whistle, and the train, it slowed down. The box had arrived in its final town. Philadelphia, said Henry. My new life begins. I couldn't have made it without the help of my friends. The box was taken to the depot to wait for the person receiving to come through the gate. So, covered in luggage and boxes and more, they waited for hours right there on the floor. And waited, and waited, and waited, it seemed forever, till Henry would have what he dreamed. Then, finally, they came and carried the box round to a wagon to take it next into town. This is it, said Henry. Seems I'm on my way. I'll soon be a free man today. Crack went a whip. The sound cut through the sky. It's the horse, said the cat. She won't move. Don't know why. She's tired, said Bird. Much too tired to trot. But must he hit her? Asked Mouse. I think not. Surely the horse needed more than a nudge, but a crack on the back would not make her budge. You're so close, said the cat. How far can it be to the place where you'll finally step out of there free? But poor horse, said Henry, I certainly know how it feels to be pushed when no further you can go. Bird flapped her wings and flew to the front. She said, hi, to the horse, but was met with a grunt. I see, Lady Horse, that you've had a hard day and that this man's whip has made you this way. But in a large box in the back of this cart, a man waits to be free. Can you do your part? The horse lifted her head, which she barely could do, and she spoke to the bird. Of course I'll help you. Yes, I'm warned, little friend, but if I hear you right, a man will be free for the first time tonight. And all that you need from me is a ride. Well, I can manage. Stay close to my side. With that, the horse stood and she pushed on ahead. I knew you could do it, the little bird said. Now that the horse knew what was at stake, she tore through the town. Not one rest would she take. Henry's box rumbled and tumbled around. Cat clung to it without making a sound. Cricket and Mouse held each other tight, and Bird stayed up front enjoying the flight. Suddenly, the horse stopped on a dime. It seemed they'd arrived. It was finally time. They heard someone whisper as they took the box down. Did these men expect to meet Henry Brown? Or did they think that the box contained just a chair, a table, a desk, something else in there? A box stuffed with letters and overdue mail. If that's what they thought, Henry'd go to jail. Or even worse, they'd send Henry back, and he'd be greeted with the whip and its crack. The box was taken and set on the floor. Some people came in and then closed the door. They loosened the nails. Then one man leaned in and rapped on the top, scratching his chin. Is all right inside? He asked with some doubt. But Henry said, yes, and quickly jumped out. They all screamed, hooray! Just look what he did. To make it to freedom, in this box he hid. Hooray for Henry! Hip, hip, hooray! You are a free man, Henry, starting today. The people all came from miles around to celebrate the freedom of Henry Box Brown. Bird danced with Cricket, and Mouse danced with Cat. But Henry didn't dance. All alone he sat. "You made it," said Bird, "but you seem so sad. And look, you've more friends than you've ever had." "I am happy," said Henry, "and it's been quite some night. But I don't know, something still isn't right. Maybe tomorrow I will understand what it really means to be a free man." The next morning, Bird got up and spread her blue wings. There were new smells, new sounds, and all sorts of things. She flapped her wings hard, then opened them wide, and then she just let herself glide, glide, glide. On her way back from exploring in town, she saw Lady Horse and Henry Box Brown. Henry was riding. They were going so fast, and Bird saw them smile as they went past. "Please, gather round," Henry called to the rest. "I think I found what I love about freedom best. Being with friends, with all of you, is what I cherish most, what I love most to do. But what it means to me, I couldn't say until I was free to find my own way. You all remember our friend Lady Horse, who, though she was tired, kept us on course. Well, I've bought this fine mare, and I've let her go. She's now free to run fast, and when she wants, slow. You see, I now know what it is to be free. It's not just about you, it's not just about me. In a box with friends to help me be brave, I traveled quite far to end my life as a slave. Yes, I traveled some distance. I've come very far. Still, no man is free unless we all are."
Freedom means like you stuck in a box, and it was never open because it was stuck to glue. Play and nobody can get out of here. He couldn't get out of here. Like you're like if you were in some place that had like locked doors all around, like, and then somebody let you free, and then you're free to go. But he tried to put his freedom is like when you're locked in a place or a house, then somebody comes and gets you out of there, and then you're free to go. He tried to squeeze the box, and then he got it open. I think freedom is when you are let go, and you are let go of somewhere where you were locked up. And then he was free.